Hello and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are in this crazy world. Now a few days ago I uploaded a video talking about your comments. And one of the comments that I talked about was a guy called Martin, who is 72 years of age. He's met a Thai woman via online dating and he's decided to buy a 20-year Thailand elite visa and come to retire in Thailand and hopefully live out his remaining years in happiness. Now a few of you guys had something to say about this, and rather than Martin replying back to each one of your comments, he's decided to explain himself in further detail so you can understand his full story and the reasons as to why he's decided to take a risk, go for broke and come here to live out his remaining years. So in today's video, we're going to discuss Martin's email and his story. So let's begin. Hi Dan, I seen there have been a few comments about my decisions on my future in Thailand. So rather than address them all individually, I thought I would drop you an email and you can review, reply, comment online, summarise or shorten it or even ignore it all. I apologise for the length of the email. Personal details may help a bit. I am a Brit living in New Zealand as a citizen, and I am 4 years divorced from an American lady who now lives back in the USA. We are friends and she is excited for my plans. I have no kids, but I have 2 sisters, both younger than me and both quite happily comfortable back in the UK. From our family, there is only me here in New Zealand. My basic philosophy is that life is to be enjoyed, but there are also risks to be managed. If we go through life avoiding risk as much as possible, not taking any chances and being generally very cautious, well, we may not live to be 100, but it may seem to be that long. Sometimes you just have to take the risk. Rather than thinking in years to come, I wonder what would have happened if, hence my move to Thailand. So yes, it is risky paying for a 20-year elite visa at the age of 72. I could quite easily die before I benefit from those 20 years. The odds are in favour of it, to be honest, but there is the peace of mind in knowing that it is now set and I don't have to worry about visas, just comply with the requirements of this one. I initially applied for the 5-year one, but the extension to 20 years was a relatively recent concession, and the government could just as easily remove it. So that would mean buying another 5-year one. The cost of 2 of the 5-year visas is more than one 20-year visa. Or going to a different visa and all that hassle, of which you are only too acutely aware of, Dan. So I changed to the 20-year one and accepted the risk of not seeing it out. A waste of money? Well, my other alternative was a retirement visa, which requires either a hefty lump sum in the bank and a little income, or a big income and very little in the bank, or a balance between the two, plus health insurance, all to be approved when you apply and then verified and maintained. A lengthy and complicated process, if I am not mistaken. Elite visa. Application is a simple form, no proof of funds or income required, and it was approved in 4 weeks, and the payment cleared in 2 weeks, all done in a matter of 6 weeks. No sweat. I am met as I come off the plane and fast-tracked through immigration at Bangkok airport to get the visa affixed to my passport. Am I daft in moving to be with my lady after knowing her for just a few months? Apart from the fact she is an absolute darling, she is a village girl whose family are rice farmers. She owns her own house and is the hairdresser in the village of her birth. Her sister has a noodle shop next door. Her mum lives next door to that and does silk weaving. Some of her siblings work away from home in good jobs and the others work locally. When I first said that I wanted to come and visit her, she was actually worried that I would not like where she lives and that I would be bored. I had to explain that I love village life and that I have lived outside of towns for 30 out of the last 40 years. I had a great time. I have not told her the fine details about my finances, just that we will have enough to be comfortable and enable her to close the salon at least one day a week and also for longer periods from time to time, and we shall travel in Thailand and overseas. I will be happy to fund that. I have told her that I am not going to be funding her family and that what money I have is for the two of us, and she is happy with that. We have discussed money and how much we will need. She is happy with what I am proposing, and I have to say that she has never asked me for any money. Will she ultimately fleece me of all my money? No, because I will not allow it. I am a Yorkshire man with Scottish ancestry. So deep pockets and short arms, eh, Dan? Seriously though, if she turns and starts demanding fine clothes, gold and being wined and dined, I will be out of there, no hesitation. When I am old and feeble, will she run off with a later registered model? I doubt it very much, but you never know. If that did happen, I would not blame her. I am not blind to the realities of life. As long as I have money for a plane ticket back home, I'll be okay. Dating websites. I have used them occasionally over the last 20 years and have had fun. I met my ex-wife through a dating website. Some ladies I have met on them have become long-term friends. Use them as you would behave at a party, except there isn't a kitchen to hide in. Circulate and talk to people. Don't become fixated on one person unless you get the right signals. Don't be upset if you get knocked back. Don't be afraid to knock back someone. Be honest about yourself, but keep a bit back, especially the finances. If they keep asking about your finances and very little else, walk away. Ask the right questions, work, family, living arrangements, etc. But do it nicely, not like an interrogation. If they don't want to tell you anything or the answers are vague, then they are hiding things. The bottom line is that everyone is different and everyone wants different things. What works for one person may not work for another. That's fine, as long as we remember that and don't belittle anyone for their choices or decisions. Finally, don't forget that opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one. And on that gem, I will take my leave. Take care, old chap. Cheers, Martin. Okay, everybody, let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll tell you what I think right now, myself. Honestly. Martin is 72 years of age. He's bought a Thailand elite visa. What else was he going to do with that money of what he paid out for a Thailand elite visa? What else was he going to do, guys? He's 72. Martin just wants some happiness for his remaining years on this crazy planet. So I can't really blame him for taking a risk at 72. Now, if he was a bit feeble and he'd lost his mind a little bit, then I'd be extremely worried for Martin. But it doesn't seem that way. He knows the risks that are involved. He seems to know that if it doesn't work out as well, that that might be the reality. Because you don't really know anybody until you start to live with them. Everything can be great when you first start dating, and everything can be great within that first 6 months of dating a lady. But then you start to gradually get to know who they really are and what they're really about. Martin has also set boundaries. The family lives quite close to her, So he's already stated he's not going to fund the family, that he's just going to use his money for her and for himself. He's only in the next town next to me. And if he's got any problems, like I said before, I'm happy to help. I think he'll do okay, and I personally wish him the best of luck. So guys, this has been Thai Talk with Dan. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all again very soon.